What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dolce Diet channel. This segment we'll call Dolce Knows as we transition into our new format. But today I wanted to break down a topic that is served as the foundation of our business, while at the same time having been maybe miscommunicated. Let me explain. When we wrote Living Lean, the subtext of Living Lean is don't count calories, make calories count. Well, that's something that my team and I have been saying for years, and all the research, all the data we had accumulated over decades of working in the health and fitness space, we knew, in our opinion, for a fact, that health, more specifically weight loss, more specifically fat loss, was not a result of simple caloric intake, but more so the byproduct of very specific micronutrient reactions. So don't count the totality of calories consumed. Make those calories strategically important to structure the result that you want. All right, so I'm gonna clear this up in much easier fashion for you. So we often say when we run our coaches instructor courses, one of our modules or chapters or breakouts is the calorie equation. And we go very deep into calorie and calorie metabolism and all the different pathways, and give really good definitions and takeaways. So everyone who leaves our certification courses understands when I have 14 hours to teach this. But in sound bites, such as the subtext of a book or 2 minutes on a podcast, maybe, or right now I have 8 minutes or so to speak with you here. Context matters. And let me do my best to give you context. So the line that I use in speaking to coaches, how I always start this conversation off to get their coaches in the right mindset, is the human body works not like math, but biology. So right now, right there with that statement, please understand, if we are simply running mathematical equations of calories in and calories out and protein, carbohydrate, fat ratios, if we speak about a biological organism in the term of simple mathematics, there will be a disconnect. There will be a wide range of interpretation or of failure, depending on what metrics we're using. So when we say the human body works based upon biology, not based upon math, let me go deeper. There is let me share this screen with you. And you can see right here, there is a little section of the brain called the hypothalamus. Now, the hypothalamus is integral to energy metabolism, to appetite, to even your emotional states. The hypothalamus is one of the most powerful regions in the body. Now, the hypothalamus, as it sits here right now, and you can just see, this is a nice visual of basically where it is, sends and receives signals. All right, now this is where it all gets down to weight loss and then fat loss, and then much more. If you stick with me for 2 more minutes here. Thank you. By the way, when we eat food, signals are sent to the hypothalamus with regards to energy metabolism, appetite, and emotional state. And those are the 3 points I want to focus on right now. There's a lot of other topics we could bring up, but this is a fitness channel, and this is the directed intention, is to speak about calories in versus calories out as not being the predicator of your weight loss or your specific fat loss. Fat loss is the goal, not general weight loss. What type of weight will we be losing? But that is accomplished best, most efficiently, and most reliably when we think in terms of chemical signals, because that's what the hypothalamus does. It receives and sends signals at a micro level, not a macro level. Calories are macro. Macros, protein, carbs, and fats, they're macro. The hypothalamus deals at the micro level, the chemical level, the atomic level, if you will. So, and I'll wrap this up now for you. And if you've come along with this and you're listening and you think, all right, I see where you're going here. It's a little bit different from what I'm used to. It kind of changes a lot of the information I've received. It's contrary to that, but it really kind of makes sense because it's true. None of everything I'm saying I can show you is factual. When we consume food, the chemical scent are based upon the nutrition density of that food, the chemical structure of that food. Those are the signals being sent to the hypothalamus, which is then interpreted as we have consumed enough energy units, which is food, because the hypothalamus is receiving the results from all of the chemicals, the phytochemicals, the magnesium, zinc, phosphorus. That list goes, and that's certainly not complete. But those send the signals. The macro or micro sends the signals. Whether or not you eat 1,000 calories or 3,000 calories, the totality of calories doesn't matter nearly as much. And there's some signaling that goes on just based upon type of food or food size and such, but it doesn't have an impact, a powerful impact, not the one that we look to create. And I suggest for you to create. This is the goal of this. So the more, and I'll close this now and give you an immediate takeaway. Those who stayed this long, thank you for walking through this with me. Remember, we coach this in 14 hours or so of nutrition and dietetics. Very specific, and I'm trying to condense an overall concept that we break down each piece over the course of the events of the weekend. The higher the net nutrient content of the food you eat, the less total food you will need to eat to send the appropriate signals to the hypothalamus. That has a direct impact on, remember from the beginning, your emotional state, energy balance and metabolism, and appetite. That's what the hypothalamus does. I'm hungry. I need to eat right now. I'm happy, sad, like angry, frustrated. Well, the hypothalamus does that, focuses on that, signals that. If we simply consume more micronutrient dense food, and hopefully only micronutrient dense food, then your total caloric intake will be much lower. Your net nutrient density will be much higher. You'll be sending very clear, very direct signals or orders. We look at it as orders. Each nutrient sends a specific order, not just a signal, tells the human body what to do. We're cultivating this synergy of all the, groups, all the So to close, once again, I know when you are eating hyperpalatable foods that are of low net nutrient density, you stay hungry. You will eat a donut and be hungry for a second and third and fourth donut. You will eat one apple and be pretty good. You won't have the same level of hunger. If you eat two apples, God forbid, you'll probably feel full. So the more the hyperpalatable food that you eat, the more of that food you will have to eat to collect enough micronutrients that send the signals or the orders upstream to the hypothalamus. So this basic concept, I hope you walk away with right now, having a better understanding of why we say eat earth-grown nutrients first and foremost. And if that's all that you do, you follow no other food pattern, nutrition, lifestyle, macro counting, time of day, whatever. If you simply eat high net nutrient, earth-grown foods, devoid of synthetic toxic chemicals, artificial additives, chemically created, hyper palatable, highly preserved food-like substances, because that's what it is. It's not food. They're food-like substances. You get rid of those. You only eat high net nutrient, earth-grown foods. Your body begins to self-regulate. And I've said this for 20 years. We don't count calories. Don't count calories. Make calories count. We don't count calories here still. We don't count calories because we don't have to, because our first step is not to count calories. It is to eat only high net nutrient foods, because those foods carry the right chemicals to send the proper signals or deliver the order that is exactly what we want, which is to be strategic in losing non-functional body fat, subcutaneous body fat, and visceral body fat, water retention in edema, water retention due to systemic total body inflammation, which is also very common when you eat these hyperpalatable foods, these synthetically created foods. Inflammation is systemic, individually expressed in our own little way, but systemic nonetheless. You go back to the high net nutrient earth-grown foods. That level of systemic inflammation subsides, water weight comes off, bloating and edema and other things, that all goes away. That's non-functional body weight also, for sure. As we start building into the stored body fat, and then that goes on. So I'm going to cut this here. I don't want to get too long on these videos. We're trying to make these shorter cuts to give you some takeaways, but I will put more of these videos out in more of a series. And videos like this will be on our new channel. So this channel will continue, but we're launching a very specific, shorter video, evidence-based, more specific channel that I can drill down into a lot of these topics that I really haven't taken the time to do so in the past. And I think that this is a great time to do so. So if you're watching this video at the end of October, early November 2021, there won't be any link yet. If you're watching this video after early November when we launch the channel, then there will be a link here telling you what the new channel is, asking you to take a look and subscribe if we offer value. But the goal is simply to provide value. And that's what these little videos hopefully will do. So I will cut it there. I appreciate you guys for being here. And until the next time, don't count calories. Make calories count. Boom.